burning question as frame 13 begins. Will O'Sullivan regain the initiative, or will Hendry power on? On the first indication, O'Sullivan in the driver's seat. Hendry snookered immediately.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 6.
Referee John Williams, of course, calling a miss there, even though he did come very, very close to the Reds. But as it's touching ball, Ronnie may feel that he can get Hendry in more trouble by forcing him to play a safety shot from tight on the cushion rather than putting the cue ball back. So in this situation, you see, if that's tight on the cushion now, Ronnie's almost better off Hendry being able to see a red rather than not see a red. I know that sounds a little bit double Dutch, but it means you've got a better chance of getting an opening from a safety shot than you have from a snooker, because all that Stephen Hendry would do would just keep rolling into the pack. Well, the table looks very true. Excellent shot. Just rolled off about 2 inches, that one.
One.
Well, left-handed into the pack. This is dangerous. Yeah, real dangerous, wasn't it? Went in clean as a whistle and finished, I think, perfectly. I'm not sure. Yeah, she's not really on anything perfectly, and the red he's going to attempt is going to have to negotiate the cannon onto the red, and he's going to have to rely a little bit on luck to whether he gets on the black or not, because he's going to have the cannon from red to red, red onto black, and hopefully leave the black over the corner pocket. Yeah, that was his problem. Always going to be a problem.
Well, he wouldn't have minded half as much had he at least potted the red. Look at this. Just grazes that near jaw, and it stays.
One. Eight.
Well, that's amazing, isn't it? We're in frame 13, and we're yet to get to the 2 hours playing time in this match. They're both playing very, very fluently indeed. 106 minutes, 6 frames all, breaks of 40 or above in nearly every single frame, snooker of the highest quality. And in the final of one of our major championships as well.
16.
Every credit to both players.
Yes, that averages out to just under 9 minutes a frame. We talk a lot about the quality of top-class snooker having improved out of all proportion in the last few years.
17.
That also applies to the speed the game's played at.
And that picture tells a story, doesn't it, as far as Stephen Hendry is concerned. And when we have a chance to look at O'Sullivan's in a moment, look at Hendry's had 2 centuries on 80, 2 60s, 150 and 4 over 30. Now, when we get a chance to look at Ronnie O'Sullivan's, you'll see that Ronnie's not scored quite as fluently. Look at that, just 1 century, 2 over 60, 150 and 130. But what he has been doing is clinching the frames with frame-winning 20s and 30s 23. Just at the right time. So Hendry's certainly been the more dominant in the break-building department, but it's still 6-all.
24.
Yes, as you say, frame 13, Willie, and we've only had 3 decided on the colours. O'Sullivan's won them all. The first on the blue, the 4th when Hendry missed a very easy black to pinch it, and also the 7th with a 66 clearance.
$31.
Once again, another 30-plus break from Stephen Hendry. I want to imagine quite a few more to come. Big frame for Stephen Hendry, would obviously an interval after 4 frames of play, so to come out in front after coming in 1 frame behind, he'll be delighted.
32.
It means he would have won this first session 3-1, and that puts him in the driving seat.
$39. 40.
really is amazing to think we're virtually at the close in our snooker season. Both these players have been on the go since virtually September last year, and to think they can produce quality snooker like this is quite
47.
amazing.
Yes, it seems like an awfully long time since Ronnie O'Sullivan won the first tournament of this 96-97 season, beating Brian Morgan 9-8 in the final of the Asian Classic in Bangkok. It's been an absolutely tremendous campaign. I've had the privilege of being at every tournament apart from the Benson Hedges Irish Masters. Good stories on and off the table. And the standard just keeps improving all the time.
55.
Well, that one's not gone exactly where he wanted it to, and he only leads by some 41 points, so a lot of work to do yet. He may risk the double here. He can only leave the one red on. Well,
56.
brilliant, brilliant. He could only leave that red on just to the right of the pink, and he thought it was worth the risk, because that's probably the red now that Stephen Hendry may have to play on. Oh, he's played into them. Has he got into that cue ball enough, though? Well, that's a great shot.
63.
Unfortunate not to have an easier red than this. He really did get into that cue ball very well. Look at this for a shot. Dead weight into the middle, but he's now facing another tricky red. This time going to have to roll it in.
64.
Now, has he got on the pink? I think he has. He's rushed round the table. I think he's played that perfectly. No, he's not. So a slightly trickier black. Can play this almost as a shot to nothing if he drags it in slow with side, leave the black on the pocket should he miss it. That's why he's played it that pace, you see. If it jawed, he would have covered the pocket for this red he's on now. So that's good thinking
71.
from Stephen Hendry. Break goes to 71. The frame should now be over.
72.
Can we have yet another Hendry century?
Hendry hasn't been in the lead since he held a 2-1 advantage much earlier today.
78.
Now 64 points ahead, only 59 on the table. Snooker's required by O'Sullivan.
79. $85. 86.
Well, could we see century number 399? If that is the case,
92.
Hendry will arrive at a personal milestone. It would be his 50th century break of the season, and it would be the third time he's achieved that mark. Of course, no one else has come close.
99.
No one else has made 40 in a season, let alone 50.
Oh, what a shame. 90, that's twice on 99.
Yes, and of course, one against Ken Doherty in the semi-final as well. No century, but Stephen Hendry gets the lead. He led 2-1, hasn't been in front since, but now he's 7-6 up.